I'm at the top of the hill in Brockwell Park, which is really close to where I'm staying in Brixton. And this is how beautiful it is this morning. It's like quite warm. The sun is very hot. The birds are chirping. The grass is very wet. There's definitely a lot of mud, but I found the high ground so that there's less mud. So it's just very soft earth and very moist earth. So I don't think I'll have time for like a proper podcast this week. It's been very busy. This is we're coming up on the last week of classes, and then I'll be kind of on my own to study for the last of the exams and then to start my dissertation. So it's hard to believe we're already here. Next week I have some exams and a report due. But I'm, working towards those things. I feel good about them. I think it'll be fine. And this morning when I woke up, well, let's backtrack. Yesterday was Friday. I had classes, and after class, I was invited by some of my classmates to join them in praying and breaking their fast during Ramadan. And this is something I've never been a part of. And apart from like movies, I don't think I've ever really even seen it. So that was really cool. Of course I said yes, and I went. I had a date, even though I wasn't fasting, but they offered it to me. I accepted, and it was very good. And they, dressed me up. I don't think it was actually a hijab, but because I think it was actually a skirt, but put it around my hair, and I prayed with them. I had never done that before, so I was just kind of following the motions, and it struck me that it was really similar to my yoga practice in that, you have your sort of like, half bent pose, and, standing pose, mountain pose, and then you like go down into what is essentially like a shortened child's pose. And in terms of like your arms aren't outstretched, your arms are out by your head, right? You're in prayer position, and between those, and you kind of do that repetition a little bit, which is kind of similar to doing like a yoga flow, where you're going from, typically you would also include like downward facing dog, upward facing dog, but it's remarkably similar in terms of having your body connected to a spiritual mental place and having those things happening at the same time. So that was a really cool experience. I felt really touched that I got to be a part of that, and also it was really fun being a part of it. Sorry, there's a dog that just ran up to me. Very cute. Anyways, dog interlude over. So then I, thinking about last night and how cool it was to have those connections, and also, afterwards I talked with my classmates, and we shared a little bit more about our life experiences, and it was a really cool experience. And it was really nice getting to know them a little bit more and allowing them to get to know me a little bit more, because I tend to be a bit closed off and reserved in sort of like academic spaces, I guess. So that was really nice. And then this morning, it was such a beautiful sunny morning. I, had the soul radio playing. I was doing dishes. I was making food. And I thought, it's such a beautiful sunny day. This is like perfect to go out and start, doing yoga outside in a park, which is what I usually like to do when it gets warm. And I've been able to do that the last several years, almost daily. And it hadn't really been nice enough weather to be doing that here. So I thought today's the day. and I came out and did some yoga at the top of Brockwell Park. And I sort of carried that experience of prayer with me. So it was just really nice having that mindful connection to the earth. When I went down for downward dog, my face is like the grass here is actually quite long because I haven't cut it yet. And so I had like the grass in my face, like the fresh, dewy grass. So it's really fragrant when it's dewy. And that was really cool. I got to have that experience. And just remind me that, life is beautiful, and all of those little tiny things are what make life beautiful. So, yeah, I've had this wonderful morning. I'm going to go back and, have some breakfast, maybe make some coffee or something. I might gift myself a coffee and then get to work on the report that I need to finish and studying for the exams that I have next week. Anyways, hope we're all doing well. Bye. Get out and enjoy the weather if you can.